replied to this tweet with a picture of the worst haircut you have ever received. It's something I tweeted out the other day, and let's just say you guys did not disappoint. These are, I did not know you could get haircuts this bad. I get the worst haircuts hands down, and this reply got 10,000 likes. And I think these are individual haircuts, so let's rate these each. So let's give them 4 ratings. Okay, I mean, that's not good. That isn't good. Who's your barber, Stevie Wonder? Yeah, I mean, it does make you wonder if your barber has ever seen a pair of clippers in his life before. Like, you paid for this. Like, this wasn't something like your mates did to you as a forfeit. Like, you paid for this. That's bad. I can't really give this, like, because I'm doing 1 to 10, right? I can't really give it like a normal scale because most of these will be 1s. So I'm gonna say like the 10 on this scale is like what would normally be a 5. Okay, so we're doubling the scale here. I'll give this a 4. Give this one a 4. Yeah, that I don't know if this is the same one. Is this the same haircut? It probably is. Okay, 4 again. This one's a little bit better. I'll give that a 6. It might be the same one. He's just styled it a bit better here. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to rate that. I can't even see most of the haircut, but I'll give you a 4/5 overall. Feast your eyes on the Sports Clip Special. Is that like a chain of barbers in America? Like, I feel as though we don't have, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we have anything like that over here in the UK. I feel as though it'd just be destined to fail because I'm guessing you got Sports Clips, you got Super Cuts over in America. Neither of these two seem to have very good reputations. So let's have a look at the Sports Clip Special. That line aim. Did you ask for that? Did you? Because I feel as though that's partially on you if you asked for that. Did you ask for that line? What did you go into the barber and ask for? Because it's not even straight. It's not like, normally they do like a very thin line. They've taken a chunk, they've shaved a chunk of your head. Yeah, I mean, that looks like a mugshot. You look delighted with that trim. Yeah, that's terrible. That's way worse than the last one. That might be a 2, maybe even a 1. That's terrible. I've been bullied relentlessly the last week for this buzz. Have you now? There's nothing wrong with that trim. You're just attention seeking. You're attention seeking. I'm not even going to rate. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of rating you. I should have never gone to the Turkish barbers on a whim. Yeah, I mean, that's bad. Like, you got to wonder where, like, some of these people get their qualifications. Are they even qualified a lot of the time to cut hair? Because you hear so many people have such bad experiences with barbers. Like, yeah, that's trash. Sorry, but it's not a good haircut. And I bet after he showed you your hair in the mirror, you just smiled like a good little boy and went, yeah, that's fine. That's a fine haircut. You know, I'm happy to pay money with it. You know, I'm happy to pay money for it. Yeah, it's bad. I'll give it a 5. I know this isn't your haircut, Turns Cheese. I know this isn't your haircut, but that's a solid 0. That's awful. It's just how bald he is. It's not even like a buzz cut. He's just straight bald. 0. Max, don't take this as an insult, but in this picture, you look like every one of the Beatles merged into one person. I mean, I don't know. It's not the worst haircut I've ever seen. I'll give you a 7, just because like the scale has been. The scale has been like drawn back. Like a 10 on this scale is basically passable. You know, I'll give you a 7.5. I'll give you a 7.5 for that trim. Wasn't me, but my mate asked for the Tommy Shelby trim. Your mate deserves it for going into a barber's and going, could you cut my hair so I look like Tommy Shelby from the Peaky Blinders, please? He's such a Sigma male. I want to be just like him. 4. This isn't me, but this video deserves a mention. Oh. Yeah, that's dreadful. Did you ask for the I shout at managers in restaurants trim? I've got to give that a 4. Generational COVID haircut. That one ain't even that bad. I mean, your fringe is a little bit, you know, scuffed, but it's not that bad. Like, at first glance, you wouldn't look at you and go, oh, that's a terrible haircut. I'll give you a 7. When my barbers were closed in lockdown and my mum gave it a go. What do you mean she gave it a go? She didn't give it a go very well. What did you ask her for? Did you ask her for a fade and she did that? Oh, I just whacked my knuckle on my desk. Oh. And what, did she just leave it like that? We just got that done and went, oh yeah, I'll just leave it. That's my trim now. I don't believe that you did just leave it, but if you did, that's a 1, if not a 0. Oh my God, I think this is a banger. What did you even ask for? Did you ask for the R9? That's terrible. That's 1. That's a 1 out of 10. Even on this like terrible scale that I've made, this is a 1. Got called Emo Hitler for this diabolical cut. Thank you to my evil stepmother for this trim. Yeah, man, she don't like you. She gave you that trim. Whoa. That's Yeah, I can see why the kids were calling you emo Hitler. The thing is, I'm giving everything such a low rating. But they're all so terrible. It's a 4. Asked for versus what I got. Okay, so he asked for this. Nice haircut. And he got, my God, man. Man, you paid for that. You pay money for that. How does it get messed up that much if you go to like an actual barber? Yeah, that's terrible. That's. I mean, I don't know. I feel as though it pass. Like it's not a haircut so bad that you look at it in the street and go, "Fucking hell, his hair's shit." I'll give it a 5. What I asked for versus what I got. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's shorter than you would have wanted, but I mean, it's not as bad as the last guy's, is it? The last guy asked for a very similar thing, and he got like fucked over a lot worse than you. I'll give that a 7. Alright, so we got you got the Shakespeare trim. Please tell me you just shaved it all off afterwards and you didn't keep the Shakespeare trim. Should have added the grown out look sooner. Wait, no, you didn't. This looks even more ridiculous. Wait, no way. So you actually kept it. You didn't shave the rest off. Oh my God. Wow, that's dreadful. So you just walked around like this was probably the best you looked. You look like you got 2 different haircuts. I've never seen anything like that before. I think this one might actually be even worse than this one. I'm going to give both a 2 though. Proper lopsided mohawk, went back and got it fixed the next day. Where do you find these barbers that don't even understand symmetry? Oh, that's quite a hard thing to accomplish because surely you just look at the head and go, oh yeah, that's lopsided. I'll just shave that bit a bit more. It's not the worst I've seen on here though. Like it's bad, but it's not the worst. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 because you wouldn't really. Actually, you might do at first glance. Was absolutely gone at Creamfields and yeah. Oh yeah, that's rough. Oh yeah, that's 2. 2 out of 10. What? This tweet was made for me. My dad found his Stanley knife and decided 7-year-old me had hair too long. Your dad cut your hair with a Stanley knife? That just, other than just being not a very good utensil for cutting hair, that just seems incredibly dangerous. 2 out of 10. Sports Clips gave me the Founding Fathers cut. Why do you people in America go to these places? Why do you go to these barbers? Surely it's like only a little bit more to go to somewhere where you'll get an actual, haircut and not just something that will make you hate the way you look. It's not the worst I've seen though. I'll give it a 3 or 4. I'll give it a 4. Lockdown trim. Man, if you're going to do that, just buzz it all off. Just buzz it all off. What's the point in doing all this? Like you look even more ridiculous like this than if you just buzzed it off. I'll give it a 6. Lockdown was awful. I think that was one of the worst things about lockdown, not being able to get a haircut. I just hate having long hair. I just hate it. A lot of people are just sending in trims that aren't even that bad. My friend's new trim. That's not even bad at all. Like, that's just like, your standard hair. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, why are people just sending in, like haircuts that aren't even that bad? Can't even blame my barber that much because I didn't give her a clear example of what I wanted. Yeah, that's just, it's just not a good look, is it? It's just not a good look. 6. I'll give you a 6. It's not awful. I still cry thinking about it. Oh, I would too. My God, wow. How would you even achieve that? I think it's just the fact it's like neon pink as well, so you can't even divert attention from it. It's just there. It's like the first thing people notice about you. That terrible trim. Yeah, not the worst I've seen today. Honestly, on this scale we've got today, that's probably an 8. This question was made for me. Fair to say I never went back. Haven't been able to look at an ice gem since. No, wait. No. What, did you go to a barber and just ask for a 0 to 2 on the back and sides and I got a 0? Oh, they didn't even fade it. What, you just came out with like a really dodgy mohawk ice gem haircut. That's like a nightmare. That's like something that happened to me in a nightmare and I wake up in cold sweats. Whoa. Okay, that's a 1. I think if I went to the barbers and they gave me that, I would break down in tears. I'd be devastated. So I'd give that a 1 or a 2. I'll give it a 2. A photo of the haircut my cousin gave me last year. Yeah, that seems about right. Like, at least you didn't go to a barber for it. At least your cousin just did it to make you look a dick. And you do look a dick. It's a 3. I was like 12 or 13 here. The thing is, when I was 12 or 13, I'd love to have had a trim like that. That's the dream. That was the dream trim at 12 or 13 years old in the early 2010s. I'll give that. It's not terrible. Honestly, on this, it's bad nowadays. Like, if I saw someone walking down the street nowadays with that trim, I would laugh at them. But we've got to take into account, when this was done. And because of that, I'm going to give it a 7. I kid you not, the barber actually left my hair like that at the back. Also, this is now a passport photo I'm stuck with for the next 7 years. I mean, it's not awful. It's bad, right? It's not a great haircut, but it's not terrible. I'll give it a 7. 13-year-old me was estatic. Okay, I think you've just taken this off Google. This is so grainy. I don't believe this is one that you've like taken yourself. What do you keep that? I'm gonna act as if you did actually get this haircut. Did you just keep that? Did you just keep that bit there? I'm hoping you shaved that off. But okay, I'm gonna presume you shaved that off and you got that. It's fine. Like realistically, it's not great, but it's about 8 on this scale. Being right. We still haven't had a 10, even though that's really not saying much. Like a 10 is a haircut that I deem to be passable. I didn't even ask for this. I mean, your barber clearly didn't do that. It was probably your mates. It's probably your mates that did that. Look at that a 9. Why not? It's a 9. First and last time I let my dad cut my hair got me looking like doofus. Again, it's the neon thing. It's the neon hair that lets you down. Because you can't divert attention away from it. You can't divert attention. I mean, even if your hair was just like, I don't know, black, brown or blonde, like it would still be a centerpiece of your whole aura. But this is like the only thing people will focus on when meeting you. This terrible trim. And that one is really bad, okay? It's a 2. My little sister gave me this haircut. Your little sister should... I know she's probably about 5 years old, judging by the quality of this, but she should give up. She's not built for the hairdressing industry. 3. Whoa, lockdown was right. A lot of these are just lockdown trims. I want to see some of the worst a barber has given you. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I have to take into account lockdown and everything. I'll give that a 6. I asked for something like the first pick and got given this instead. Okay. I mean, it's kind of close, maybe. I don't know. Like, I feel as though you got to style it in that way. Like, it doesn't just happen like that. That one's not that terrible. I'll give it, honestly, that haircut, I'll give it, it's basically passable, but I don't want to give it a 10. I'll give you a 9 because it's almost basically passable. Courtesy of my 16-year-old self in college. Did you keep that bit there? You kept the little sideburn. I mean, it'd be a lot better if that bit just wasn't there. In the next picture, it's shaved off though, and it does look better. It still doesn't look fantastic, but it looks better. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll give this trim probably 2 or I'll give it a 3 actually. It's just better. It's a lot better without that bit. That bit just looks weird. That one's probably I mean, this scale is fucked, but it's a 7. Okay, on the weird scale we have. I had the worst childhood haircut of all time, Mike. You asked for the stock crash trim. Wow. Would you even like? Someone just cut your hair diagonally like that? Oof. Bad. 2 out of 10. Had to take my cousin for a haircut and they gave him this monstrosity. Weirdly, he told the barber he liked it. You just have to. You can't turn to the barber and go, that's terrible. I really have. No one has ever, at least in the UK, no one has ever done that. But it seems as though your cousin got the Gabrielle Martinelli special. It's not the worst. Okay, fuck it, it's a 10. Like, it's passable. It's not awful. It's really not great. And really, as I said, a 10 out of 10 is a 5 out of 10 usually. And I think that's fair. We'll leave it on that. Hi, like and subscribe or I'll break into your house and give you a terrible haircut.